The content in this video is for general educational use. It does not represent political opinions or judgments about any country, culture, or government. Information is based on publicly available sources and may be summarized or simplified. Viewers should verify details through multiple sources.
You know, when most of us think of the Maldives, we picture those perfect postcards, right? The white sand, the brilliant blue water, those incredible villas sitting right on top of the sea. But that's just one side of the story, and it's not the one we're going to tell today. Instead, let's go a little deeper. We're going to look past all that to discover a nation of truly resilient people. A people whose entire lives are shaped and sustained, and sometimes even challenged by the very ocean that surrounds them. So come on, let's explore a day in the real Maldives. Our day starts way before sunrise, in that deep, quiet darkness. Out here, the ocean, it isn't just pretty scenery. It's a living presence. It's the office. It's the grocery store. It's the main road. And for hundreds of years, the bond between the Maldivian people and the sea has been this quiet understanding. And every single morning, that bond starts all over again. You see, you have to get your head around this one fact to understand the Maldives. It's not really a country of land at all. It's a country of water. I mean, think about it. 99% of its territory is just ocean. The islands? They're like tiny little specks of coral and sand scattered across it. Most of them are so small you could walk from one side to the other in about 15 minutes. So yeah, the geography here doesn't just influence life, it literally defines everything. You know, there's a saying that the old fishermen have here. It speaks to a kind of wisdom you just can't get from a book. It comes from a whole lifetime spent reading the water, learning its moods, respecting them, and just waiting. It's a knowledge that gets passed down generation after generation. It's this idea that your character isn't just built on land, it's shaped by the currents. And right as that first bit of light hits the horizon, that's when the day really begins. For so many families across all these islands, this is it. This is the ocean's call. And it's a call they've been answering in the exact same way for centuries. At the very heart of this story is the fisherman. He heads out in a traditional boat called a dhoni, and he fishes with a pole and a line. It's an incredible technique, really sustainable, just one fish at a time. It takes so much skill and so much strength. And you have to understand, this isn't just a job for him. It's a practice. It's a direct line connecting him to all the fishermen who came before. And the fish he's after? Tuna. For as long as people have lived on these islands, tuna has been everything. It was their food, it was their currency, long, long before the first tourist ever arrived. A former president here once said, "Fishing is the lifeblood of our nation, it is inborn." And that's still so true. It's just woven into the very fabric of what it means to be Maldivian. And that connection, that identity, it doesn't just stay out there on the boat. Oh no. That fisherman's catch makes its way from the shore right into the heart of the Maldivian home, and it becomes a crucial part of the morning ritual. So what you're looking at here, this is Mas Huni. It's the Maldivian breakfast. It's so simple, really. You've got the bounty of the sea, that fresh tuna, and the bounty of the land, all coming together in one dish. It's fresh, it's filling, and you will find it on tables all across these islands, every single morning. Because, food here is so much more than just fuel. It's a shared experience. And Mas Huni, well, it tells you a lot about the culture. A culture born from being clever with what you have, and from living so closely with your environment. It really is the taste of home, a daily ritual that pulls families together. All right, so as the sun gets higher in the sky, the day's focus starts to shift. We move from the open ocean and turn inward to the heart of the island itself. And this is where you see how life is lived so closely with neighbors and with nature. Think about it. On a tiny island with almost no room for farming, how do you survive? Well, one tree gives you just about everything you need, the coconut palm. I mean, it is so crucial to survival and to the culture that it's right there on the national emblem. It gives you food and drink, sure, but also the rope for your boats, the fuel for your fire, even the wood for your home. It's the ultimate symbol of resilience and making the most of what you've got. And life on these local islands, the ones away from the big capital city, it's all about community. It's woven from this incredibly tight-knit fabric. And it makes sense, right? Survival has always depended on everyone helping each other out. If someone's house floods, the neighbors are just there. If a fisherman has a great catch, it gets shared. It's this deep, unspoken sense of looking out for one another that's just the bedrock of island life. And right at the center of that community life, you'll always find the mosque. They're often built from these really beautiful, unique coral stones, but it's so much more than just a place to pray. It's the island's true focal point. It's where people gather, where they mark the big moments in life, and where that shared identity rooted in the Islamic faith is really strengthened. Now, as we move into the afternoon, you start to feel this quiet tension in the air. It's a feeling of being caught between two completely different worlds. And really, this is the biggest challenge for modern Maldivian life, that constant pull between holding on to tradition and reaching for the future. So out here on the outer islands, life just moves to a different rhythm. It's slower. You've got sandy paths instead of asphalt roads. The only traffic you hear is the sound of the wind moving through the palm trees. You see kids playing freely. It's a life that's deeply connected to the cycles of nature. But then you have Malé, the capital, and it is a world away. Get this, almost a third of the entire country's population is packed onto an island that's only 2 square kilometers. It's a world of concrete, buzzing scooters, and buildings that can only go up. And right there, you have the two absolute extremes of what it means to live in the Maldives. And because of this, so many young Maldivians face this incredibly tough choice. Do you stay? Do you stay on your home island where your family is, where your traditions are? Or do you leave? Do you move to the city for a better school or a hospital or the chance at a good job? I mean, that one question, it's shaping the future of entire families and whole communities. And this is a quote from a young woman named Faiza, and it just makes this whole thing so personal. She talks about how it's hard to get married because most of the young men have either gone to work in the resorts or they've just moved away completely. So you see, this isn't just about economics. It's changing the social fabric itself. It leaves islands with older populations and puts this quiet, invisible strain on everyone who stays behind. And as our day winds down, the setting sun just throws this beautiful, warm light across the water. It's a perfect time to reflect. And what really stands out, what becomes so clear, is this incredible, quiet strength you see in the Maldivian people. It's a kind of resilience that feels like it's been written right into the water itself. I want you to think about this for a second. The local language Duvehi, it has all these specific, nuanced words for different wave patterns, for the edges of reefs, for kinds of currents, words that we just don't have in English. And that's not just a cool piece of trivia. It shows this profound intimacy with the ocean. This is knowledge you don't learn from a map. You learn it from a lifetime of experience, and you carry it in the very words you speak. And that resilience, it's incredibly practical too. I mean, with a changing climate and rising sea levels, the people here aren't just sitting around waiting. They are adapting every single day. They're raising the foundations of their houses. They're using traditional methods to protect their shorelines. They're constantly adjusting. For them, resilience isn't some abstract idea. It's a daily act of survival. So we end our day here, and we don't end with an answer. We end with a question. As the modern world keeps pulling people toward new horizons, there's this quiet worry that remains on the islands. Who is going to remember the old fishing songs? Who will still know which stars to use to guide the boats home? The culture of the Maldives, it's as delicate and as beautiful as its coral reefs. And its future, well, it rests in the hands of a new generation, trying to find their way between two very powerful tides.